Hey everybody, I'm Andrew. Welcome back to Touring Midwest, and in this video I wanted to show you guys 5 items that are definitely not essential for motorcycle camping trip, but they are items that I have found to be very convenient, and I just wanted to go over them with you. So we'll get into all this stuff right after this short intro. Alright guys, so I want to go over these 5 items with you, and I should tell you a couple of the items we've used on several motorcycle trips come in very handy. A couple of them I just got this last season, so we used them when we were out in Sturgis and they worked really well. And one item that I have not used yet, but I fully intend to bring on my next motorcycle camping trip. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with the Energizer Fusion LED lantern. Now, this thing is really awesome. Let's see, it's got a little kickstand here so you can set it on your picnic table or wherever. It doesn't take up much room at all on the bike. It's pretty thin. It's not super heavy. This thing is incredibly bright. If you put it up like this, it kind of illuminates a big area. So if you've got several people around the table or whatever that need light for while they're eating or whatever, that works really well. If you've got it down like this, it just kind of illuminates this way. Multi-position, really handy, very bright. We had some friends meet us out in Custer when we were camping out there this year during the rally, and my friend was really surprised at how bright this was. He made the mistake of looking at it while I was turning it on, and it really surprised him, kind of blinded him from the light. But it is dimmable. You hold the button and it goes from bright to lighter, and I love this thing. I've used it fishing, I've used it on motorcycle trips. I highly recommend the Energizer Fusion lantern. It's quite a nice handy tool to have with you. If you need to do any repairs on the bike in the dark, it just, yeah, trust me, works great. Now this item is one that we just got this past season. I took it with me, my wife and I, when we went out to Sturgis for and stayed out in Custer. We had an electric site this year so we could keep our cell phones and my camera gear charged, and it worked really well. In fact, we even brought this little heater with. This thing took up a little bit of room in the tour pack, but every year we've been out there, we've pretty much froze to death. So having this, even though it takes up a good amount of room, it takes up less room than a bunch of extra blankets or whatever like we've brought out in the past. So that heated up our tent. It got hot. We had to keep turning it down. But this PowerAdd power strip works really well. It's got a short cord, so I brought an extension cord with. This thing doesn't take up much room on the bike at all. It's very lightweight. It's got a cord holder. It has an outlet on each side, so you can have 2 things plugged into it, and then it also has USB plug-ins for your phone. This one's supposed to be for Apple products, and this one's for basically anything else. So my wife and I were both able to keep our phones charged the whole trip with this. Like I said, we used the heater in the tent, and I was able to charge any camera gear, batteries, etc. So this is very handy. If I haven't mentioned it yet, I'm going to have links to all this stuff in the description below. They're Amazon affiliate links, so you can chase them to Amazon, do a little more research on the products, and if you choose to order anything, I get a little bit of a kickback from Amazon, so I really greatly appreciate that from you guys. That helps me out a lot. It helps Touring Midwest grow. The PowerAdd power strip charger works. It works. It's very convenient and very handy to have. So the next thing is the MSR Pocket Rocket. We did most of our camping with tin foil over the fire, but in the morning, if I wanted to make coffee or whatever, we had a little camp percolator, coffee percolator, so I had coffee every morning. This just mounts on your fuel tank like so, I did a little demonstration video of this too, so maybe I can throw a link somewhere just to kind of show you guys. But anyway, turn it on, hit it with a lighter, and this thing makes your coffee really fast. It works really well. The tanks last a good amount of time. I had a couple spare tanks with me. I'm pretty sure we only used one. Like I said, the only thing we really used it for was just to make coffee in the morning, but it worked very well. And this thing takes up really hardly no room in your tour pack or your saddlebags. You kind of pack your gear in there and then just toss this in, stuff it in somewhere, and it's kind of a wedge-shaped case, keeps everything nice and protected. MSR Pocket Rocket. There's other versions of stuff out there, but I wanted to go with the MSR because it's well known, it's highly recommended, and it really did a nice job. So that is the next product that I definitely recommend. And then these things we've been taking on our trips for quite a while. They're camp towels. They're made by Coghlan's. I like them because when they're in the package like this, they're nice and compact. They don't take up much space. We use these for drying off after our showers, and then I just hang up some line, like some paracord or whatever, or tent tent lines, guy lines or whatever, between a couple trees just to hang them up while they dry. But they dry very fast, and this is what we use when we shower on our trips. This is one that we're actually retiring. It's kind of dirty and whatever, but this is how big they get. It's not huge, but you get dried off really well. This material just kind of soaks up all the water, and definitely recommend these. Just for the pure fact that they're lightweight, they're small, you don't need to bring a big towel with. They don't hardly weigh anything. I mean, I don't know what the weight on these things are. I don't know if it says somewhere. I don't think so, but they're 50% polyester, 50% rayon. These things work great. Highly recommend these. And they're pretty affordable, so I mean, if you bought them and you didn't want to bring them back with you or whatever, just throw them in the trash or whatever before you leave and you're good to go. But definitely a good product to bring with you on your trip. Now the last thing is a new product that I've been using. I've been using this around the house. This is called a Scrub Daddy, and it's this little smiley face guy. It's pretty cool sponge. When it's dry, it's hard. I used this earlier, so it's a little bit spongy still. But the cool thing about it is, cold water, it stays stiff. So if you need to do any scrubbing or whatever, you can easily do that with the Scrub Daddy. In warm water, it's soft, just like a normal sponge. And this thing works really good. In fact, I mean, it gets so compact you could stick it down in a cup and really get the bottom of the cup scrubbed out. It works great for pans and whatever. So, and they're small and they're lightweight. So I'm thinking you could just throw one of these in your tour pack or saddlebag. If you bring any dishes with, pans, silverware, whatever, you're able to just clean them up really quick and handy with the Sponge Daddy. And again, it's another item where it's not super expensive. I think these are like $4 or $5 at the store, and these are available on Amazon also in like multi-packs. So it's a really cool product. If you don't feel like bringing it home with you, you can just toss it. But these things clean up really well. They don't hold odors. Food and particles don't stick to them, and they're just really cool. Quite a handy little scrubber that I've found. So that's basic stuff. Not very much money here. Your most expensive items are going to be the MSR Pocket Rocket. I think they run $30-$35, and the Energizer Fusion lanterns probably right around there too. But very handy, very convenient, and I think that's good tips for you guys. So hopefully you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If not, I'll take a thumbs down, whatever. But if you haven't yet done it, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated and current with any future videos that we put out. You can hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time I put out a new video. If you're new here, I do a lot of moto vlogging, not a lot, but as much traveling around the Midwest as I can do, hopefully more in the future. We do product and gear reviews and tips and tricks. This is kind of a mix between a review video and a tips video, just to try and make your next trip, whether it be a motorcycle or car, single trip or family trip. I just want to try and make your experiences easy, successful, and productive, so you can just go out, have a fun time, and enjoy wherever you're going. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Stay safe out there. I truly appreciate you guys checking in here, watching the videos, and supporting Touring Midwest. So that's going to do it. We will catch you in the next video from Touring Midwest. Thanks.